Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Golden Health. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten something that's supposed to be healthy, like yogurt, but later felt off? Maybe your stomach felt bloated, or you had gas, or just felt unsettled. Maybe you even started wondering, wait, isn't yogurt supposed to be good for my gut? You're not imagining things, and you're not alone. Yogurt is often celebrated as one of the healthiest foods for digestion. It's packed with probiotics, those good bacteria that help support your gut, boost immunity, and even improve brain clarity. But here's something many people don't realize. Yogurt is a sensitive food. Yes, it's powerful. But the moment we combine it with the wrong foods, those benefits can be wiped away, or worse, it can actually backfire and cause discomfort. Some food pairings can kill off the healthy bacteria in yogurt. Others cause fermentation in the gut, leading to bloating, indigestion, or long-term imbalance, especially in older adults. So today we're going to explore 3 foods you should never mix with yogurt, and why, and 3 foods that pair beautifully with it, boosting digestion, energy, and overall well-being. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to enjoy yogurt in a way that supports your gut, not works against it. Let's begin with why yogurt is both powerful and delicate. As we age, our digestion naturally slows down, the body makes fewer enzymes, gut bacteria shifts, and we become more sensitive to certain food combinations. That's why the way we eat matters more than ever. Yogurt can be a healing, supportive food, but it only works well when eaten with the right things. Think of it like a gentle medicine. You wouldn't mix that with anything and expect good results, right? So let's talk about the first food to avoid. And it might surprise you. Food to avoid. Number 1, fruit, especially citrus and melons. I know what you're thinking. Fruit and yogurt go together, right? You see strawberry yogurt, blueberry yogurt, peach yogurt on every store shelf. But here's the truth. Mixing yogurt with fruit, especially acidic fruits or fast-digesting melons, can create big problems for digestion. Fruits like oranges, pineapples, grapefruit, and even some berries are acidic. When combined with dairy proteins from yogurt, they can curdle in your stomach. That mixture becomes hard to digest, leading to gas, bloating, and that heavy stomach feeling. Melons are another issue. They digest quickly. Yogurt digests slowly. When eaten together, the melon gets stuck and fermentation can begin in your gut. Let me tell you a quick story. My friend Shirley, age 72, loved having yogurt with grapefruit every morning, but she always felt bloated afterward. One day she swapped the grapefruit for something warm and simple, and guess what? No more discomfort. So what did Shirley switch to? Instead of citrus or fresh fruit, she tried something simple and warm, gently cooked apples with a touch of cinnamon. And the result? Her bloating disappeared, her digestion improved, and she felt lighter, both in her body and her mood. We'll talk more about that powerful combination later in the video. But first, let's move on to the second food group that doesn't mix well with yogurt. Food to avoid. Number 2, meat or heavy protein meals. This one might not seem obvious, but it makes a big difference, especially if you're over the age of 50. Here's the thing. Yogurt is already rich in protein. That's part of what makes it so nutritious. But when you combine it with another heavy source of protein, like chicken, beef, pork, or even eggs, you're asking your digestive system to work overtime. And for a slower aging digestive system, that's a tough job. Let me explain. Protein requires strong stomach acid to break down. When you eat 2 or more dense proteins together, like yogurt with steak or yogurt and eggs in the same meal, digestion slows way down. Food sits in your stomach longer than it should, which often leads to fermentation, gas, and that uncomfortable fullness that lingers for hours. There's another problem too. When the body produces a surge of stomach acid to deal with the heavy proteins, it can overwhelm the beneficial probiotics in yogurt. Those delicate good bacteria may be weakened or even destroyed before they get a chance to help you. So what's the better approach? Enjoy your yogurt separately, not as a side dish to a heavy meal, but as its own snack or light breakfast. Let me share a story from one of our viewers, Walter from Wisconsin. He's in his mid-60s and loves steak night. For years, he would have Greek yogurt as a side dish with the dinner, but afterward he felt heavy, sluggish, and sometimes even nauseous. We made one small change. Walter began having his yogurt earlier in the day as a mid-morning snack or afternoon break, just a little bowl with nothing else heavy. He emailed me 2 weeks later and said, "For the first time in years, I feel like my stomach can breathe again." Isn't that powerful? Your digestive system is like a fireplace. You can't throw a huge stack of logs in and expect it to burn cleanly. You need to space it out, give it the right fuel at the right time. So, save your yogurt for when your body is calm and not already working hard to break down a heavy meal. That way, those good bacteria can do their job properly, supporting your gut, your immunity, and even your energy levels. Now, I know, spicy foods can be delicious. A little heat in your meal adds flavor, excitement, and for some of us, a bit of nostalgia. And let's face it, a crispy fried snack now and then can really hit the spot. But when we mix these types of foods with yogurt, especially after the age of 50, the results can be surprisingly unpleasant. Here's why. Spicy foods, like chili peppers, hot sauces, curry blends, can be irritating to the lining of your stomach. This irritation triggers your digestive system to go into fight mode. Your body tries to cool itself down, buffer the acid, and manage inflammation all at once. Now layer yogurt on top of that. Yogurt is naturally cooling and slightly mucus-forming. The body gets mixed signals. Should it heat up or cool down? The result? Digestive confusion. You may feel bloated, sluggish, gassy, or even experience acid reflux. Sometimes the discomfort begins within minutes. Now let's talk about fried foods, crispy treats, deep-fried snacks, or heavily sautéed dishes cooked in refined oils. These foods are already difficult to digest on their own. They tend to sit heavy in the stomach, especially when our metabolism slows with age. When you pair fried food with yogurt, a dairy-based, slow-digesting item, you create a heavy, dense combination that can sit in your system for hours. The outcome? Bloating, joint stiffness, fatigue, and that uncomfortable, weighed-down feeling the next day. Let me share a story that really stuck with me. Evelyn, one of our regular viewers from Virginia, told me she had a Friday night tradition. Every week she would enjoy fried samosas with a yogurt-based dip, a favorite comfort food from her childhood. But each Saturday morning she woke up feeling foggy, bloated, and achy. At first she thought it was just part of getting older, but after we talked, she tried something different. She still enjoyed her samosas, but she separated them from the yogurt. She ate the dip earlier in the day and kept her Friday night meal yogurt-free. The next week she emailed me with joy in her voice. "I didn't just feel better, honey, I felt younger." That's the power of honoring your digestion. Look, you don't have to give up your favorite foods forever. This isn't about restriction. It's about timing. It's about pairing wisely so your food works for you, not against you. And now let's shift gears, because I promised I wouldn't just tell you what to avoid. Coming up next, the good stuff. 3 foods that combine beautifully with yogurt, enhancing its power, not disrupting it. You're going to love these. Let's begin with one of my absolute favorites, food to pair. Number 1, cooked apples with cinnamon, a comforting gut-healing combo. You've probably heard the saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." Well, when it comes to gut health, this saying holds more truth than you might think, especially when that apple is warm, soft, and paired with yogurt. As we get older, our bodies sometimes need something gentler, food that's warming, easy to digest, and supportive from the inside out. That's where cooked apples come in. Apples are naturally high in fiber, antioxidants, and a special soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin acts as a prebiotic, which means it feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut. When paired with yogurt's probiotics, they work together to create a balanced environment in your digestive system. But here's the key. Raw apples, while nutritious, can be tough on sensitive stomachs. The skin is rough, the fibers are firm, and cold raw fruit can actually slow down digestion in older adults. That's why gently cooking the apples, just until they're soft, is a game changer. It breaks down the tougher fibers, making them much easier to digest while still offering all the nutritional benefits. And when you add a light sprinkle of cinnamon, now you've got something truly special. Cinnamon is more than just a flavor enhancer. It's a natural anti-inflammatory that helps the body regulate blood sugar levels, something many of us need to be mindful of. It also warms the digestive system, helping things move more smoothly and gently. But beyond all the health science, there's something beautifully nostalgic about this pairing. The scent of warm apples and cinnamon simmering on the stove can take you right back to a childhood kitchen, to autumn afternoons, to that feeling of warmth and home. Let me share a quick story. Dorothy, one of our lovely viewers, age 71, had been eating yogurt with fresh berries every morning. But as she got older, it started causing bloating and discomfort. She decided to try switching to warm stewed apples with a pinch of cinnamon, stirred gently into plain yogurt. Within a week, she wrote to me, "My bloating is gone, my energy is better, and I feel lighter, not just physically, but emotionally too." That's the beauty of listening to your body. And it's so easy to do at home. Just peel and slice 1 or 2 apples, simmer them with a little water on low heat until soft, then sprinkle in cinnamon. Let it cool slightly, then stir into a bowl of plain unsweetened yogurt. Warm, balanced, and deeply comforting. Next up, a pair of tiny seeds that can make a big difference in your digestion. You probably have them in your kitchen already. Food to pair. Number 2, ground flax seeds or chia seeds. Tiny additions, big results. Sometimes the biggest health boosters come in the smallest packages. That's exactly the case with flax seeds and chia seeds. These tiny superfoods are packed with fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential nutrients that support digestion, heart health, brain function, and hormone balance, all areas that deserve a little extra care as we age. Let's start with flax seeds. Flax seeds are one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are known for their powerful anti-inflammatory effects. And that's important because inflammation in the gut is one of the leading causes of bloating, constipation, and discomfort, especially in older adults. Flax seeds are also rich in soluble fiber, which adds bulk to stool and promotes gentle, regular elimination. And they contain lignans, a unique antioxidant compound that may support hormone balance and even help protect against certain age-related illnesses. The key is to use ground flax seeds, not whole ones. Whole flax seeds often pass through the body undigested, meaning you don't get all those amazing benefits. Now let's talk about chia seeds. When you mix chia seeds with liquid, like water, milk, or yogurt, they swell up and form a soft, gel-like coating. That gel acts like a soothing lubricant for your intestines, helping food move through more comfortably and efficiently. Chia seeds are also high in fiber, protein, calcium, and magnesium, nutrients that support healthy bones, muscles, and energy levels. They're naturally gluten-free, low in sugar, and easy to digest, making them perfect for anyone managing blood sugar, food sensitivities, or digestive concerns. When you add flax or chia seeds to yogurt, you do 2 wonderful things. You increase the fiber content, which helps move waste through your system. You feed the probiotics in yogurt, because good bacteria need fiber, called prebiotics, to thrive. Here's how to enjoy them. Add 1 tablespoon of ground flax or chia seeds to a bowl of plain yogurt. Stir and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes so the seeds soften. Add a dash of cinnamon or a drizzle of raw honey for flavor, or prep it the night before and let it rest in the fridge for a pudding-like texture. Let me share a quick story. Norman, age 68, had struggled with bloating and irregularity for years. He started adding a tablespoon of ground flax seed to his yogurt every evening. Nothing fancy, just a bowl before bed. Within 3 days, he noticed a difference. Less bloating, more regularity. And to his surprise, he even felt more clear-headed and focused. I had no idea something so simple could help that much, he told me. That's the beauty of it. These seeds don't require a recipe. No cooking, no complicated prep. Just a spoon, a bowl, and 5 minutes, and your gut will thank you. Now for the third and final food that pairs beautifully with yogurt, one that's cozy, familiar, and absolutely perfect for digestion, especially as we grow older. Food to pair, the Bria 3, cooked or soaked oats, a perfect match for gentle, lasting comfort. When you think of comfort food, oats probably come to mind. They've been a staple in American kitchens for generations. Warm bowls of oatmeal on cold mornings, simple breakfasts with a touch of cinnamon or honey. But what many people don't realize is how well oats and yogurt work together, especially for gut health in older adults. Let's break it down. Oats are rich in a unique kind of fiber called beta-glucan. This type of soluble fiber helps reduce cholesterol, regulate blood sugar levels, and support immune function, all very important for long-term health. But here's what makes oats especially great for digestion. They're prebiotic. That means oats feed the good bacteria already living in your gut, including the probiotics found in yogurt. Think of it this way. Yogurt brings in the friendly bacteria, and oats give them the nourishment they need to stick around and thrive. This is why combining oats and yogurt doesn't just make a nice breakfast, it actually creates a digestive support team that works together in perfect harmony. Now let's talk about how to prepare oats, because preparation matters. Raw or dry oats can be hard on the digestive system. They can cause bloating, gas, or discomfort, especially if your gut is already sensitive. That's why I always recommend either cooking or soaking your oats before mixing them with yogurt. Cooked oats, like stovetop oatmeal, become soft and warming. Let them cool just a bit, then stir in some plain yogurt. The result? Creamy, satisfying, and incredibly gentle on your stomach. Overnight oats are another fantastic option. Simply combine dry oats, yogurt, and a splash of water or almond milk in a jar or bowl. Let it sit in the fridge overnight. By morning, the oats are perfectly softened, and the flavors have blended beautifully. You can top it with cinnamon, a bit of ground flaxseed, or even those stewed apples we talked about earlier. Let me share a quick story. Lillian, a wonderful woman in her 70s from Michigan, told me she had stopped eating oats because they made her feel bloated. I asked how she was preparing them, and sure enough, she was eating instant oats dry with cold milk. We made a small change, lightly cooked oats, stirred with plain yogurt and cinnamon, and a spoonful of soft stewed apples. 2 weeks later, she wrote me, "My digestion has improved, I have more energy, and even my thinking feels clearer." That's the power of food that's prepared with intention. So the next time you reach for a bowl of yogurt, think about adding warm oats. Or prep your overnight oats before bed and wake up to a gut-friendly breakfast that feels like a hug in a bowl. Before we wrap up, I want to take a quiet moment, not to teach, but to connect. Because I know something many of us feel but don't always talk about. Food isn't just about fuel, it's about comfort, it's about memory, it's about tradition. And sometimes it's also about confusion. You see, as we age, the foods we used to eat without a second thought can start to feel different, heavier, more difficult to digest. Sometimes we're left wondering, what changed? Here's the truth. You didn't do anything wrong. Your body is simply evolving and gently asking you to do the same. That's not a loss. It's an invitation to listen, to slow down, and to treat your digestion with a little more care and kindness. That's why we spent time today talking about one simple food, yogurt, and how it can be either healing or harmful depending on how it's used. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. 3 foods to avoid mixing with yogurt. 1. Citrus fruits and melons, because their acidity or fast digestion can lead to fermentation and discomfort, especially when combined with the slow-digesting nature of yogurt. 2. Meat and heavy proteins, which overwhelm your digestive system when paired with the protein in yogurt, leading to bloating, sluggishness, and even destroying those helpful probiotics. 3. Spicy or fried foods, which confuse your digestive signals and create a heavy, uncomfortable mix that can trigger inflammation or acid reflux. And now, the best part: 3 foods that pair beautifully with yogurt. 1. Cooked apples with cinnamon for warmth, prebiotics, soothing fiber, and that comforting touch that makes your belly and your heart feel safe. 2. Ground flaxseed or chia seeds to gently support regularity, reduce inflammation, and nourish the good bacteria already living in your gut. 3. Cooked or soaked oats, the ultimate comfort food that feeds your microbiome, adds long-lasting energy, and keeps your digestion smooth and balanced. These aren't just dietary tips, they're invitations. Invitations to build small, meaningful habits that help you feel better day by day, meal by meal. So tomorrow morning, when you step into your kitchen, I hope you do it with a little more peace, a little more confidence, and a whole lot more kindness toward yourself. Because you deserve to enjoy the food you eat. You deserve to feel light, energized, and in tune with your body. And if today's video brought you clarity, comfort, or inspiration, please consider sharing it with someone you care about: a friend, a sibling, a neighbor, anyone who might be quietly struggling with digestion and doesn't know why. Your share could be the gentle nudge that helps someone else feel better too. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take good care of yourself, listen to your body, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.